Hey guys, we have 10 tractors that are over 40 years old that we still use on our farm. Here's 3 of them right now. Stay tuned to see the other 7. And I got an announcement on the end, so you really want to stay tuned to that. Well guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms, and today it is Thursday, February 6th, and today I'm up on the farm just for a couple hours, just passing through, you know, as I got a game actually up here in Preston tonight, so I figured I'd come up here, do a quick video for you guys, give you guys an update of what's been going on the farm, what the schedule is for us, and then give you guys a little tour of our nice old tractors, so you guys want to stick around. So really what's been happening lately is not a whole lot, actually. Here's the tractor going right now. Curtis and Brian are feeding cattle. So as I was saying, Pat had a injury. He actually fell off a little bit of he fell off our ladder climbing up and kind of hurt his shoulder, and he's had shoulder problems for a while. So he actually had a procedure done on it. So we're praying that he gets better, but he should go. He's been out of surgery for a week now. Everything's good. He's just got to take it easy. So he's actually, him and my uncle Alan are looking at some new equipment right now, potentially for us to buy. Well, new to us. While those guys are doing cattle, what we've basically been doing is working cattle for the last week and a half or so. We've actually, I was talking with Brian just earlier, but he's had to run about 12 cows up to the vet because they're getting sick. This time of year, we actually the temperature just got up to 55 degrees 3 days ago, and then it dropped back down to 0, so that type of stuff is not good on cattle. And these are new calves too, so when that happens, that's the time of the year. This is the time of year we're walking our pens 2 to 3 times a day, just looking for sick cows, sorting them, bringing them out, treating them. We do use antibiotics to get them sick, because if we don't use antibiotics, it's just like, what do you do when you get sick? You take medicine. We give the cattle medicine so they get better, so they live longer, so they have a healthy life, so they don't die prematurely, because we like our cattle. We want them to live. So we do feed them, give them antibiotics, but there are plenty of laws and regulations on how long the stuff has to be out of their system before they sell it. I mean, right now these cattle are a year from being sold to market, so the antibiotics will be long gone out of their system. So that's essentially what we've been up to. But while we're here, guys, I wanted to give you guys a tour of our older tractors. We have quite a bit of old tractors on the farm, as you guys have probably told. We have over 7 different tractors that are over 40 years old. That's quite a bit for a farm our size. So I wanted to walk through them and talk about the ones that we can't see. So first off, we got 3 right in here. We got a 1961, I believe. These are all going to be approximate years, because I'm not sure exactly. But I believe this is a mid to late 60s McCormick Farmall 706. It's a tricycle setup, so what I mean by that is it's got wide tires in the back and it's got 2 narrow tires in the front. We use this tractor a lot. Anything to run small augers, run the grinder, run the drill, run the rake. And then we use it a lot for PTOs, and especially for moving equipment in and out. I'll link a card up to a video right here, but we actually use this thing to move our grain cart out of the shed, because we originally pulled the Steiger in. It was too big, couldn't get the turning radius. This thing whipped right in there and got it out, got the grain cart out. This thing has over 6,000 engine hours on it, 6,753. It is a gas engine. I'm not sure the engine type on it, but it is a gasser. It was built, I'm not sure exactly where it was built, but it was built, I want to say it was built in Rock Island, Illinois. I don't know, it's been a cool tractor for us. We really like it. It's a very dependable tractor for us. Very little work on it in the past couple years. Next, we got the twins. Well, kind of twins, kind of not. We got a 1066 International black stripe. So the black stripe. We got the 1066 regular International. We got the 1066 black stripe. So these are 2 identical tractors, minus the cab and the air cleaner. Well, not identical, I should say, but they're the same model type, but there's a lot different options, as you guys can kind of see. This thing is turboed right here. You can kind of see it's got the air cleaner. It's got a cab on it. It's got a year-round cab. And this thing does not. This thing's just a bareback tractor. This used to be Pat's stock pulling tractor back in the day. These 2 are both 1066s Internationals. They were built about an hour south of us in Rock Island, Illinois. And they've been really good tractors for us. We don't use this one a ton. This one actually had an oil gasket leak last year. We had this thing on the bagger, and all of a sudden we just saw oil dripping out the bottom, and we were worried that the engine was shot. And then this 1066 has been a workhorse for us for a long time. It got rebuilt last year. We basically did an overhaul on the engine, and it's ran great for us since then. Really, these older tractors, they just run. They're simple, there's not a lot of electronics, and they just like to run. And this thing, you really can't tell the hours on it. It's pretty grayed out. I know there's different tricks and stuff that I can do to make these, to get the hours to show up, but it's really not worth messing with it. Maybe someday I will, but not today, guys. So, but I'm gonna ballpark this thing's probably got 4,000-ish hours on it. It wouldn't have as much as that because the 706 racks up hours because we use it quite a bit for moving equipment, and it sits on an auger for a while. So it gets a lot of stationary engine hours just sitting. Let's see if we can fire this one up. I doubt it will. All right, so I can. Nope, not giving any cold starts to you guys today, mainly just because they're all diesel engines, and diesel does not like to start in the cold. I could start the gasser up, the 706, but. So let's head over to this 1066, this year-round cab. Eventually I'll get the details on each one of these tractors. I'm pretty sure my grandpa bought this 1066 in front of us brand new. And I don't know if I touched on it yet, but the difference between these two, you can see that one has a black stripe and this one doesn't. This is the normal decal that they had for International, but for the bicentennial of the United States, basically all tractors built in 1976 had this black stripe on them, so you can kind of see to celebrate the bicentennial. So let's hop up in this small cab. Tell you what, in the summer, guys, this cab is not fun. It gets really hot. So a lot of times I wire the doors open just so I run with it open, just so I let some air in. So let's see, this thing has, can't really see, we got a flashlight, 4,976 hours on it. This thing has more hours than I thought it would, but this thing got a lot of use back in the day. Because if you think about it, these tractors used to be the main workhorses on the farm. They used to pull like 20-foot discs, because but back then you didn't have 2,500 acre farms like ourselves. You only had about 800, 1,000 or so. So you can get away with you're farming a third less, you can get away with the smaller tractors. Plus, or those bigger tractors weren't made yet. You didn't have 600 horsepower tractors. And quick side note, snow's all gone. It's kind of nice. Right now we have two 1066s right in here, a 706, a McCormick 656, I believe McCormick. Yeah, McCormick Farmall 656. We have another 1066 in the shed. So the one with the fuel tank in the front. We have three 1066s. We have a 1566 with a loader up at Bellevue, and those are all 70s. Those are all made right around the mid to late 1970s. The 656 was made, I believe, in the early 70s, and the 706 was mid 60s. But again, I'll kind of correct myself if I'm wrong right here, which I probably am. I'm not the greatest. We also have a 966, which you can hear this thing purring. That's our feeder wagon tractor. We use that thing more than any other tractor that we have. That thing is used at least 3 hours a day, and it's not easy labor. It's high RPM, decent loading. I mean, it's not full engine load by any means, just running a feeder wagon, but it's got to be dependable. We just rebuilt it this past summer. Just did an engine overhaul on it, as I just about fall. And that's a really good tractor for us. As you guys can kind of see, all of these 66 series have been really good tractors for us, because they honestly have. Tractors they're not made like they used to. But another thing to keep in mind, guys, when people say that is, tractors back then don't get put through near the load of what tractors now are put through. Because think about it, this new 340 Magnum is pulling an 800, or was pulling a 30-foot bean planter. You think that 1066 could pull that? Heck no. Our Steiger 400 pulls a 60-foot, 24-row corn planter, and then pulls a big grain cart. Our Cat Challenger tractor pulls a 28-foot chisel and a 35-foot soil finisher. So I mean, if you think about it though, guys, we put newer tractors through their paces a lot more. We got some other tractors in here, but these are all less than 40 years old. That Magnum might be close. I believe the Magnum was in the 80s, and same with our 5088. I believe that was in the 80s as well, so I'm not going to cover that in this video. But we do have our Farmall H, And I'm sorry I do not know all the details on this thing. I've been struggling. I need to get this done. But it's a Farmall H. I have not seen this thing run in about 8 years. So I can't really tell much about it, but I know we have one. We also have a John Deere Model A. That was the first brand new tractor that my family's farm has ever bought. It is up at the farm. We used to have the bill of sale for it, or the for sale papers. I think that's what it's called, bill of sale. But through the shuffle over the past 10 to 15 years and moving people in and out of houses, my great uncles that used to live up there passing away, we lost the sale papers, bill of sale, whatever it is. So that's a real bummer, because that would have been really cool for how my family got its start. And the tractor that helped us do it, a John Deere Model A, that would have been really cool to keep around. But still, I'd rather have the tractor than the piece of paper. So we also have a Farmall 560. This tractor hasn't ran about 1.5 years. Motor blew up. I don't know exactly what's wrong with it. In case you guys don't know, I'm not an engine guy. I'm learning, but I'm just not near what I should be. But I just know that Nathan was raking with it one day, and he parked it here after, actually I think they had to drag it here, but something with the engine is mucked up. I'm not sure what it is. So eventually maybe we'll get this thing rebuilt, but for right now we don't use it. It's also got a tricycle setup. There's only 2 tractors that have tricycle setups on our farm, this 560 and a 706. This thing also has a 2-point hitch like the 706 did, where basically we can use it to really maneuver equipment very easily. It's got a hitch right there on a 3-point arm, so it can move up and down. You can get tongues that are on the ground real easy. You don't have to worry about jacking. You just can raise it up and move it and set it back down. So that's why we usually like to have at least one tractor with this, with a trike and a 2-point hitch on there. But what do you do? So this is a 560. I don't know if I'll be able to read the hours on it. Actually, I can read the hours on it. 5,981 hours on this tractor. Wow. I didn't realize there was this many hours on this thing. That is really cool to me, but this tractor's probably 60 years old. I'm guessing early 60s is when this thing was made. Late 50s, I'm not sure. Obviously that's not good, because I believe those are supposed to be hooked up to something. I'm guessing the fuel system. I believe that's your fuel, your injectors there. Again, I'm not an engine guy. I apologize. Someone tell me what those are. So let's recap, guys. We have the 1066 black stripe. We have the 1066 cab, year-round cab. We have the 1066 with the black stripe with the white fuel tank on front, which you guys haven't seen, but it's around here. I'm not sure exactly where. We have the 1566 up at Bellevue, picture right now, with the loader on it. We have the 966, which is on our feeder wagon tractor. We have the 560 right there. We have the 706 McCormick. We have the 656. We have the Model H, and we have the John Deere Model A. We have over 10 tractors on our farm that are over 10 years old, and 6 of them we still use about every month minimum, more during the summer, but 2 of them we use every week. And there's your tractor tour, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm gonna go say hi to my grandma. She's been feeling under the weather lately, so hopefully she gets feeling better. But we're gonna keep moving with cattle. Pat's gonna keep resting up. We're gonna keep bringing new calves in, treating them, making sure they're good, taking care of them, making sure they got plenty of feed, water, shelter, bedding so they can stay warm. So we'll keep walking through the pens for sure twice a day. Soon we'll start selling corn again. Come March, we'll be selling at least 10,000 bushels minimum. That's just on my dad's corn. I think Pat's got another 30,000 to sell. So we'll be moving quite a bit of corn in March, and then before we know it, spring work will be upon us. So definitely you guys will want to stay tuned. But I do appreciate everyone who has stuck with me so far. And the announcement, as I mentioned earlier in this video, I will be going to the National Farm Machinery Show in Louisville, Kentucky. I will for sure be there Thursday and Friday, the 13th and the 14th. So be sure, if you see me, guys, I'll be wearing some new merch. I'll be taking a picture of that and putting that up on Instagram. So be sure to take a look at that, guys. If you see me, be sure to come up and say hi to me. I'd love to meet you guys. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I love likes. I love seeing the like button explode. So hit a like button if you guys don't mind. And be sure to subscribe. It's free, and it does a good job of kind of showing me, it gives me, like, if I get more subscribers after a video, it tells me I did good. But if I didn't get as much, I need to improve. So hit that subscribe button. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Hartung Family Farms. And of course, guys, as always, ta-ta for now.